Okay, so hello guys, and welcome to another F-Zero 99 stream. I'm not sure how much I streamed this game. I think the last time was back in September, right after the Direct, so this is really like the second time I've streamed this game. But it's really fun, and I kind of wanted to bring more attention to this game since it's been getting some updates, and it's just a great game in general. It's really underrated, but I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. I wanted to open up a private lobby, but, okay. Just go back to the main menu. Okay, so I'm gonna open up a lobby here. And yeah. So I'm gonna start off by doing, let's see. We'll do mini pre. And the password will be 2004. So yeah, I'll let you see that real quick before I join. And I'll also I'll also like send a thing on Twitter too, just so people there can join. There we go. So yeah. So yeah, the code is 2004, the year I was born. So it's pretty easy to remember. I wish they gave you like a longer timer on here, because I mean sometimes it can take a while. But yeah, okay, there's only, actually, I'll go back to the main menu and restart it, just so people can join. Okay, there we go. But yeah, you have a little less than a minute to join on here. Can't believe Super Mario 64 DS will be 20 years old soon. Yeah, that's one of the first Mario games I've ever played. So, oops. Well, someone left. Then I guess I'm alone again. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Koopa Production 64. The code is 2004. Is that a reference to Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Peak? Yeah, it could be, too. Since that also released the year I was born. A lot of things are turning 20 this year. Between me, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door. A lot of things. Okay, so we have Mute City 3 for the first one here. Also, let me know if the audio sounds okay, if I need to turn up, like, the game audio or my mic. But I really like the private lobby feature. This is great. You still get EXP from it, too. You get less, which is understandable, but you still get some, which is nice. It still gives you an incentive to play on it. The only other thing they need to add now is like a way to play it offline with CPUs, or even a way to play like with like local online, or not local online. I meant local multiplayer. That would be like LAN. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, like LAN, connecting like multiple switches. You could, like, maybe connect, like, 8 at a time. I think that would be really cool. I'm pretty sure it's possible, too, but, like, just preserving this game and keeping it... Oh, wow, I got a KO there. And keeping it basically, like, available for people to play even when the servers go offline. Because those servers are inevitably going to go offline in a few years. Like, that's going to happen with a game like this. Like, online-focused games, they're really not going to stay around forever, just due to how they're structured. Like, they basically are kept alive with a server, so kind of like mobile games. But this game could easily get some kind of offline mode, like with the private lobbies here. Or even a physical copy as well would be really nice, like Tetris 99. Like the Meech was saying, they could possibly do a thing where they give you like a year of Switch Online with a physical copy. That would be a really cool thing. Okay, there we go. Top 10? Audio sounds good. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna pin the code here. I would join, but I don't have Switch Online since I forgot to renew my subscription. Oh, well, maybe another time. I definitely want to stream this game more in the future since it's pretty underrated, and I really wish more people would play this. Is the Beach going to be available in this live stream? I don't know. I asked him, but it is kind of late, and he's trying to have a better sleep schedule, so he might be a little too tired to do it this time, but maybe another time. Also, I recently made Paper Mario cutouts. Like, so far I made one with Mario, Koops, and Goombella. They're pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna make ones for the other partners. This track's pretty interesting, like with the layout and everything, because it's pretty, like, linear. But it also has the wind as well. I think they're able to flesh out these original F-Zero tracks a lot more with the 3D. I mean, like, I know it's still kind of limited with what you have here, but it's technically like actual 3D rather than Mode 7. I mean, yeah, it's still using sprites, but I feel like they're able to kind of show more things here than they can with like the Mode 7. It looks more impressive. Okay, final lap. Okay, I didn't do as well this time, but not too bad. I think it's funny, the No Rivals Defeated sound kind of sounds like the sound effect that bandits in Paper Mario make when you block them successfully and they don't steal anything from you. They're like, When they like when they try to steal something from you in battle. 70th place. Oof. Thanks to Nintendo Switch Online, I played Super Mario Land 2 6 Golden Coins for the first time. Yeah, that game is great. Definitely one of the best original Game Boy games. I actually originally played through that game on the 3DS Virtual Console, and it's really good. The weird thing is about Switch Online, the first Mario Land is still not on there, which is really bizarre. It's a kind of a weird curve there. I like the music on this one. I know it's in that one F-Zero medley in Smash Ultimate. They did a really cool, like, vocal cover of that. I'm not sure if any of you have heard that, but it's really cool. It's called the F-Zero medley, but they do like a bunch of like vocal covers of F-Zero songs. And this is one of them. Okay, I'm running low on power here. Should probably be careful. Oh wow, okay. Okay, I'm pretty close to first here. This is really chaotic. You have to kind of avoid the red cars there. Okay. I crashed out. Okay, so let's see here. So yeah, like I said before, the code is 2004. So yeah, if you're able to join, it's open here. I wish they gave you like a longer timer. Because yeah, I mean, this is more feasible with like if you're in like a voice call or something with someone on Discord. Then it kind of makes sense to have the 50-second timer, but... But F-Zero 99 is such a fun game. I feel like a lot of people underestimated it back when it released. There we go. It's fun to have at least 3 in here. You know what makes me feel old? The fact that people who are born in the year 2010 are getting old enough to use Discord. Yeah, that's crazy. Even people born in 2011 now, which is absolutely insane. Like, they were only 6 years old when the Switch launched, and they're using the internet. And I mean, I see people, like, regularly on, like, Discord and Twitter who were born, like, after 2010. And it's crazy to me. Because I remember that time. Like, I actually remember that time. Well, I technically do remember, like, 2006 and 2007. Those are, like, the first years that I, like, really remember anything. But 2010, 2011, I, like, really remember. Even 2009, a little bit. But, those, like, I can clearly remember those years. Like, I can remember specific things that happened, specific things I did those years. I remember 2011, like, I was watching a movie in the theaters, and I remember seeing, like, trailers saying, coming 2012, and I was thinking, wow, that's pretty far in the future. Like, I remember, even though that was, like, a year later, I remember thinking, like, 2012 was, like, a year in the, like, the look forward to. It's just weird to think about. Like, I just remember, that's, like... And I remember in 2012 when, some people were saying, like, the world was gonna end. Like, I remember, I think there was this guy, like, in the Walmart parking lot or something, who was telling my parents not to buy Christmas gifts for me and my brother because the world was gonna end. I'm sure a lot of you who remember 2012 know about, like, the people who thought the world was gonna end. It was crazy. But obviously, it was just a massive hoax. But it was kind of funny. I remember seeing people freak out over the year 2012. It was crazy times. Yeah. Also, 2012 is the year, I mean, the world might as well have ended because Sticker Star released, but that's also the year, speaking of Sticker Star, that I fought over a magazine that had Sticker Star stickers in it, like with an ad, and the magazine also had like an ad for New Super Mario Bros. 2, but like a bunch of people in my class in 3rd grade were fighting over that magazine. Also, 2012, like a lot of things happened. A lot of my crazy stories happened that year. That was the year that, so I've told this story before on Demetrius streams, but basically, there was this kid who, like, well, basically, I had this Garfield book. Like, I'm sure you might have heard of those Garfield books that have, like, a bunch of comics in them. The one that I had was, like, it was, like, a weird shape compared to the most of them. It, like, released around, like, 1997, I think. Like, the one that I had. But had a bunch of, like, Garfield comic strips in them. But basically, I wrote my name in it, but this kid stole it from me. Well, like, I think I had it set down while I was going to the bathroom or something, and he took it. And the next day, I came in and I asked him about the book, because, and I saw that he was reading it, and I was like, hey, that's my book. And he was like, no, I brought it to school, that's like my brother's book. And I didn't believe him. I told him I literally had that book yesterday, but he opened up the book, and he literally, like, crossed my name out, and he put property of, like, my brother, or something like that. Like, he didn't even write his brother's name. He just, like, he just said property of my brother inside the book. It, like, so, just, like, it was so funny. But I ended up, like, telling the teacher about it, and I got the book back. That's not snitching. That's just like saying what happened. Because he literally just stole my book. But yeah, I got it back. I'll have to find it. It's in my Garfield collection. Yes, I do have a Garfield collection. But it's in there. And I think it still has, like, the names in it, like, with it crossed out. Because I think it, like, I'm not sure if it was in pen or pencil, but, like, I never removed that at all. But it was kind of funny. I have a lot of stories from 2012. That was honestly, a pretty good year. Even though Sticker Star released. Honestly, most of the memories that I have from 2012 are in school. Because I was, like, in 2nd and 3rd grade that year. The Sticker Star magazine one was pretty funny. I ended up getting a, sticker out of that, like a mushroom sticker. I think I still have it somewhere. I, like, put it on, like, a sheet of paper or something. I'm making a Super Mario World cartoon microgame. That's cool, but yeah, hey Soshi. WarioWare DIY is pretty cool. And hello, Gold Connor. I keep having this one, I keep remembering this one game that I played in kindergarten on this, like, ancient Windows 98 computer. Like, it was outdated then. I mean, it was like 2009. So it was kind of outdated then. But they had these, like, really old computers there. They didn't upgrade them until, like, a few years later. So, like, most of my elementary school experience were on these, like, old, like, Windows XP and Windows 98 computer. Well, Windows XP for most of it. The first 2 years were, like, Windows 98, though. It was crazy. But I feel nostalgic for those older operating systems. Like, there's just something about them that's just kind of interesting. But basically, I remember playing this one game with a raccoon in it. Like, the main character was a raccoon, and it was, like, an educational game. Like, those like, you know those, like, educational games from, like, the mid to late 90s that have, like, that style to it. That kind of looks like the characters are drawn in MS Paint. It was one of those games. And I remember this, like, raccoon character in it. And at the end of, like, every game on there, like, every session on there, because I'm sure it had, like, this mode that they were using where different students could use it. It said, "New student!" And at the time, I didn't know what the word student meant, because I was, like, 5 or 6 years old then. But I remember asking the teacher what the word student meant. Because I was, like, in kindergarten then, so it was just kind of funny. I just have that memory of that game. I still can't find that game. Like, I need to know which game that is. I need someone to find the game, where there's, like, a raccoon character. There's, like, okay, I crashed out. Second mini Grand Prix in a row. But... oh, lucky bumper. But yeah, basically, I need someone to find this raccoon game where there's like a boy and a girl raccoon character, and they have, like, big eyes, almost like, it looks like Garfield a little bit. Also, like, it kind of looks like, it reminds me of, okay, this is weird to describe, but it gives me, my memory of it kind of gives me vibes of both a little bit of Garfield and a little bit of Woody Woodpecker. That's kind of what it looks like. Just a little bit of those two characters. And like in the like I said, there's okay. So yeah, you could join the lobby. It's 2004. But yeah, there's like, I remember there's like one area in the game where there's like a kitchen. That's one of the areas I remember. And then there's like one in the forest as well. It's like, it was like one of those games where it like showed you how to read or do like simple math problems. But I need to know what this game was. I should stream it at some point if I find it. Gold Connor said, I'm currently working on a Color Splash video. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I want to fully play through Color Splash at some point. If I have time before the Thousand Year Door remake releases. But, I need the Knockout Sticker Star first. Because I'm exclusively, like, streaming that game while I'm playing through it. Also, another game that I played when I was in kindergarten and first grade is Kid Pix. That game, or, well, that software, really, that's more of a software than a game. That was so nostalgic. Like, it's almost like Mario Paint, a little bit, with how it is. But you also have, like, these, pre-rendered 3D sprite things that you could use as well. It kind of has that style to it. It just, like, has so much late 90s and early 2000s energy to it. I think the version that I played was, like, from 2004. So, it was, like, one of the sequels to Kid Pix, because it had, like, that 3D look to it. Not true 3D, but, like, pre-rendered 3D. But I like how, like, different, elements in that, in Kid Pix had, like, different sounds and things. Kind of like Mario Paint. It's actually pretty similar to Mario Paint in a lot of ways. Have you played Tales of Symphonia? I haven't, but it looked pretty good. I want to play it at some point, since I do like RPGs. I heard the remaster was kind of weird, so if I get it, I'll probably play the GameCube version. Last time I checked, it actually wasn't too expensive, so I'll have to check it out at some point. My personal thoughts with Color Splash was, it was cute, but I'd recommend playing the Paper Mario games on Switch right now over Color Splash. Yeah. Since you mentioned, like, Paper Mario games on the Switch, it's just, like, when you think about it, the Switch has a great selection of Paper Mario games. Honestly, the only game that I really feel like is missing from the Switch is Super Paper Mario, honestly. But the selection is very good, I would say. You have 64, the original version of 64, obviously. Thousand Year Door, the remake, so it's like not just Thousand Year Door, but like an upgraded version of it. And I'm really, really looking forward to seeing new information on the game. So much, in fact, that I made paper cutouts of some of the sprites from the game. So, yeah, I am beyond excited about that. And then, you also have Origami King, which I think is a pretty good game. Like, despite the fact that it has some problems, I think it's definitely the best iteration of the modern Paper Mario formula. And I think it's pretty good, I would say. And definitely worth playing. So, the Switch has a pretty good selection of Paper Mario games. Like, there really are, like, no bad Paper Mario games on the Switch. Though, honestly, there really aren't many, like, when you think about it, like, despite the bad reputation that the modern games in the series have, I would say really the only truly bad game in the Paper Mario series is Sticker Star. Even though I don't like Color Splash, because of the battle system, I don't think it's an objectively bad game. I just think it's heavily flawed. And I don't really like it because of the battle system. But I do want to play through it at some point. Well, fully at some point, because I have played through a little bit of it. But the Mario RPG selection in general is actually pretty good as well on the Switch. It's not perfect, because there is only one Mario and Luigi game. But you do have Superstar Saga, the Paper Mario games that I mentioned, the Mario plus Rabbids games, which are great, and I would consider them Mario RPGs, as well as the remake of Super Mario RPG, which is excellent. So, you have a really good selection of Mario RPGs. Oh! So Will Gaming actually found the Raccoon games. It's called Let's Go Read, and there are 2 of them. Okay, I'll have to look that up. I need to see if that's the right one. It probably is, but yeah, after this, I'll look up that, Let's Go Read game. Okay. I like how the layout of this track is just Deathwind, but not boring. Well, I mean, I did say that the first Deathwind was interesting earlier, so I meant, like, the concept of the first one is interesting. This is more a fleshed out version of that concept. I should stream Let's Go Read at some point with the Raccoon game. Does it have, like, both the boy and girl raccoon? Because that's important, because that's one of the details that I remember. And, there has to be, like, an I need to see if it has, like, the thing where it says new student on it as well, because that's, like, that's another aspect that I remember. F-Zero 99 is such a fun game to stream, honestly. Especially with these new private lobbies. Oh wow, I actually got a KO. Okay. Super Mario 64 DS has good additional content, but 64 is way better control-wise and speedrun-wise. You know, control-wise, yeah, 64, the original, is better, but honestly, I definitely agree with Jeremiah Stoner that 64 DS is better, because I feel like I don't know, it might be my nostalgia, but I just think, like, 64 DS is just a better package overall, especially if you do like a mod where it actually adds in the analog controls, where it's like actually a lot better. So, did you make the code 2004 because of TTYD's release year? Actually, my initial thought was because of the year I was born, because the Meech did one with 1999, so I decided to do one with 2004, because that's the year I was born. So, well, I mean, technically that's also the year TTYD came out, but that was the year I was born as well. So, I need to look it up real quick. But yeah, the code is 2004 if you want to join. Oh, this game is on archive.org. That's really cool. I'm looking at the Let's Go Read game. This is really cool. Yeah, there's Let's Go Read an Island Adventure, and then Let's Go Read an Ocean Adventure. I'm not sure if there were other ones. There's even an Edmark wiki. That's crazy. Oh, this has to be it. There's no way it's not Let's Go Read. That was definitely the one that I played. I'm not sure which one, but it was definitely one of those games. Whoa, I got pretty far behind with that one. Okay. Okay, got a KO. I always take that shortcut every time. Kind of nice that I have so many of those points where I'm so far ahead here. Well, so close to being ahead here. I was so close, but there was like a wall of those red cars. Hyper Mario Sunshine said that you were born in 2009, the original code. Yeah. Mario Power Tennis, also released in 2004. Yeah, it did. A lot of great games released in 2004. Pikmin 2. Metroid Prime 2. Half-Life 2. Halo 2. Thousand Year Door, obviously. Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. Super Mario 64 DS. So many great games. Like, a ton of games. Also great movies, too. Like Shrek 2 in the SpongeBob movie. And we can't forget everyone's favorite, Shark Tale. Yeah, obviously the most beloved movie of 2004. Move over, Shrek 2 in the SpongeBob movie, or the Polar Express. Shark Tale was easily the best movie of that year. I feel like 2004 was like the last year that like a lot of shows like from the 90s got new episodes. Like there were like quite a lot of them. Like 2004 was kind of like the last bit of like of content like from like different media from like the 90s and things. Like in terms of like TV shows and things. I guess that's kind of how this year is to the 2010s. Because we're kind of like almost fully embracing like the 2020s culture now in 2024. Though there's obviously going to be like a little bit of lingering bits of like 2010s culture. Honestly, I think it's very like the 2000. Oh wow. Okay, that kind of sucks. I got, like, pushed off there. That was really annoying. But, yeah, basically what I was saying, the 2020s is to the 2010s, like, how the 2000s were to the 90s. Like, the 2020s feel like an extension of the 2010s, while the 2000s kind of felt like an extension of the 90s. It kind of feels very similar in that way. I'm just kind of noticing that now. Like, there's, like... The 2020s, well, I mean, in a lot of ways, it does feel a lot different from the 2010s. Some ways, I do feel like some of the culture and things kind of linger from the 2010s. There's, like, a lot of things that carry over from, like, the 2010s. Like, how a lot of things carried over from the 90s into the 2000s. And with the 2000s, I wouldn't say as much carried over into the 2010s. 2000, well, maybe 2008 and 2009, definitely. Those definitely kind of carried over into the 2010s with its culture, but not like the early 2000s really felt like it's like the early 2000s and some of the mid 2000s. That felt like its own era. Like, it's like so distinct. It does have like some kind of like culture from the 90s that was still kind of like had some influence on it. But then it had some also like some things that kind of ended up influencing the 2010s. It's such an interesting time period. A Crash Bandicoot game also released in 2004, but forgot which one. 2004 was the release of Thousand Year Door. Hey, my favorite game of all time is in the chat! Well, my favorite game tied with Super Mario Odyssey. Great to see you here, Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. I just think it's funny that your username is Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. It's amazing. Honestly, I think it would be cool if, like, a bunch of usernames named after the different Paper Mario games were in the chat. Like, have someone named Super Paper Mario, Sticker Star, Origami King, and a few others. That would be pretty funny, and have them get into an argument or something. Well, Thousand Year Door and Origami King would be the ones getting into an argument. Super Paper Mario would be watching along the sidelines, and Sticker Star would be like, why is everyone being so mean? Paper Mario 64 wouldn't care, because most people like Paper Mario 64 anyway, so there would be no point in fighting. Or actually, 64 would be the one that's like, there's no point in fighting, guys! He would be trying to break up the fight. Color Splash would, be supporting Origami King, because that's how I kind of see people talk about Color Splash sometimes. That's a free KO right there. That was so free. Okay. My stance on the 2010s is a Regular Show for the longest time was the best TV show I've ever watched. I don't really think Regular Show is the best TV show anymore because I've been cultured with watching Breaking Bad, and I'll admit that show is a masterpiece. Agreed. Breaking Bad is my favorite show of all time. It's just absolutely incredible. It's like, I don't think anything will top Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul anytime soon. Well, Better Call Saul is like extremely close to topping Breaking Bad. The only reason why I say it wouldn't is because it starts off a bit slow, but it is like a hair behind Breaking Bad. Like, that is easily, like, just really, like, between Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, those are the two greatest shows of all time. And if you haven't watched them, just watch them already. Like, they're on Netflix. Just, like, there's no reason why you shouldn't. They're great. And this is coming from someone who wasn't really even into, like, drama too much before. But like, I was mostly into, like, adult cartoons, like Family Guy and South Park and different things like that. Those were most of the shows that I watched. But when I watched Breaking Bad, that was just incredible. And it's really a show that I could recommend to anyone. I'm, like, a big fan of, like, Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul now. I'll constantly reference it, like, quote it, or just, like, make memes about it. It's such a memorable and impactful show. In Better Call Saul, Season 6, especially the second half of Season 6, is honestly, like, between the second half of Season 6 of Better Call Saul and Season 5 of Breaking Bad, those are, like, the two greatest seasons ever shown on television. And I'm not even exaggerating. Just, like, the endings, the conclusions of both shows are so satisfying, honestly. Like, they really kind of address everything you need to know. I mean, sure, you'll obviously still have questions about things in the end, but it really, like, resolves most things you'll be thinking about, like, with the show. But I'll wait to read Cooper Productions' other, comment when I finish this race here. Okay, yeah, I'll read the comment now. No spoilers, but I'm on the end of Season 4 of Breaking Bad, and so far this is the greatest show that I've ever seen in my life. I'm hoping to finish Season 5 sometime in the future. Yeah! Season 5, like I said, it is, like, if you're already loving Breaking Bad, oh, you're in for a treat with Season 5. Season 5 is just, like, that's where, like, a lot of the most memorable moments, like, Say My Name, and different things like that. And obviously, the ending is so iconic. I know it's really easy to get spoiled by the ending just due to how iconic it is. But, like, even if you do, like, have seen, like, the memes with the ending of Breaking Bad, like, you'll still be satisfied. It will still be, like, a great episode to watch. Like, some of those final episodes of Breaking Bad are just so good. Like, between, like, Ozymandias is one of the best episodes. Like, honestly, that's, like, often considered, like, the best episode in the show. As well as, like, Felina, like, the final episode of the show. That's amazing as well. And Granite State is pretty good as well. Honestly, I think I remember the episode names a little better than I do with Better Call Saul. Though, I do know some of the Better Call Saul episodes. I mean, the thing is, like, I'm not the best with remembering, TV show names, or episode names. But with Breaking Bad, I remember quite a lot of them. Especially, like, one of the most memorable moments are associated. Like, well, the episode name is associated with the most memorable moments, like Say My Name. Like, that's literally the name of the episode. And you know, the thing is, one episode that a lot of people hate that I actually like is Fly. I actually thought that was a great episode, and it really shows, like, just like the slow descent of Walter White. So it just like it really encapsulates like how he's how he's kind of just like everything is just kind of going downhill for him and everything, and just how he's like developing in that way. Just like with overall how he like treats different things, but I think Fly is a pretty good episode. Like, a lot of people think it's filler, but I think it's written really well, and I would say it's one of the better episodes of the show, honestly. And I think it's really unique compared to the rest of the episodes as well. Oh, you think it's the worst one? Well, I respect your opinion, because I completely understand why people think it's one of the worst episodes. But I just think it's a kind of a creative idea, honestly. Because it doesn't really, like, there's just something about it that I think is a little more interesting than other episodes. Yeah, I think that, like, I can definitely understand your opinion on Fly, because it's a very divisive episode. Like, I could definitely understand why some people don't like it, but I kind of appreciate the way it shows the development of Walter White and everything. I only watched the first episode of Breaking Bad. It was good. Though, all I remember is Big Boy Pants. You need to watch the whole show. It's so good. Like, it's really a show that I could recommend to anyone. Oh, Jeremiah Stoner said, what's your favorite Breaking Bad episode? My favorite episode? Oh my gosh, that is so hard. There's so many episodes that I like. Let's see. Honestly, I'd have to say the last episode, Felina, is my favorite episode. Like, that is, like... Okay, I would say... Okay, between that and... A Crawl Space is pretty good, too. I really like that episode as well. And then, final episode of Season 4... I forgot what that was called. The one where, the one where he blows up, Gus Fring. With that iconic scene. Last chance to look at me, Hector. That's one of my favorite episodes, too. That scene is so iconic. Like, it's been parodied so many times. Like, with the, scene where Gus Fring dies. I actually got a Heisenberg U2's figure recently. It's pretty cool. That's actually one of the things that I got for Christmas. Okay. Okay, I'm getting pretty close to the first place here. Okay, I'm gonna be careful here. Oh, wow! Okay, that was crazy! That was crazy! I got a KO right before I powered down. Oh, Reese, do you know, Greenlight also made a, 1/64th, scale diecast model of, the Dodge Challenger from Breaking Bad and the RV from Breaking Bad 2? Oh, that's pretty cool! I'll have to check that out. Let's see. Oh yeah, I see that. That's pretty cool. It would have been cool if they made a a replica of the Pontiac Aztec too, even though that's not a very good car. Um that's kind of encapsulating like the boring life that Walter White had before everything happened. Um but it would have been cool if they made that too. But the RV, I want to check that out at some point, the replica of it. Because I like collecting different, like, toy cars and things. Like, I actually have a, Hot Wheels and Matchbox car collection. And I have a few other things in, with that as well. I have, like, a lot of cars, like, old, because my dad is actually, like, he helped me build up a collection, because he had, like, he was, like, collecting them before, but, I think I also have, like, some other, like, model cars as well. I have a bunch of the Mario Hot Wheels cars. I've been collecting those. And the Mario movie ones, because they made a line with the Mario movie. Yeah, it's weird. I have a couple other collections other than Nintendo. I have like Garfield, like I said earlier. I have those I have those cups that apparently contain lead paint. I've never drinking out of them because I just have them for collectors purposes. But I'm not sure. They might not be the ones that contain lead paint, but I know sometimes those cups do contain lead paint. There was this one time when I was little where there was like a toy that I had that contained I'll have to see. Yeah, there was like a toy with Pixar cars. I got like a toy Sarge when I was like little. I was like 2 or 3, and it contained lead paint. Well, thankfully I never played with it. Like, I don't even think it was opened. It was like right before actually no, I did play with it for like a few minutes or something. I don't know. It was like just like a little bit after they found out that it contained lead paint. Like they took it away. I don't even think I played with it. I saw it or something. But thankfully I didn't. I think they recalled them. Though, I think my parents held on to it. And I think it might be in the collection. I'm not gonna touch it though. I'm not gonna like hold it or do anything with it though. Just keep it like it might be in the box still. I think it's probably worth a lot of money now. I'll have to check because it's like from nearly 20 years ago now. It's hard to believe that like Cars released nearly 20 years ago now. Like it released when I was 2. It was actually the first movie that I saw in theaters. But I was obsessed with it when I was little. I know there's that one meme recently about Lightning McQueen that was pretty funny. I'm sure some of you have seen it. It's like the Lightning McGroomer meme. There's like a couple different parts to it. It's crazy. I see it pop up on Twitter all the time. But I feel like that's what everyone on Twitter associates with Cars nowadays. That meme is crazy. But honestly, I think the original Cars is pretty good. I know, like, Cars 2... Really? Are you actually... I hate when that happens. When I crash out like that. But I think I'm gonna end the stream in a couple minutes. They're 1:24 scale, car replicas. Movie car replicas. I'm not sure if I've seen that before, but, I'm gonna look up on eBay how much the, how much that Sarge, recalled Sarge is. Yeah, it was in August of 2007 when this was recalled. I actually remember it. It's one of my early memories. Though I probably wouldn't have that memory if I actually played with it. If you know what I mean with that, with what I mentioned earlier. Let's see. I need to look this up. I see some from like 2017. Yeah, I just remember specifically. I'm gonna end the stream pretty soon, so that was the last round there. Oh. Got a lucky ranking here. Okay. 3 matches. That's pretty cool. They literally made a toy of Lightning McQueen with bugs in his mouth. I think I remember seeing that. I think I remember that. I might even have it. I think I remember having that as a kid. That sounds familiar. I think I've seen that before. I need to look that up real quick. I might have that. That is so weird. It's just like, that is so weird. Like, they just have the bugs in his mouth on it. It's literally just a regular Lightning McQueen toy. But, like, that's kind of funny. Is the original line of it, was World of Cars the original line of it? Because I think, because that contains a couple of the ones that I had as a kid. I also have the McDonald's Cars toys, the Happy Meal toys that released in 2006. I have like a bunch of those. I need to pull those out at some point. They're almost 20 years old at this point, so it's crazy to think about. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream now. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching this video, or stream. It's getting late, sorry. But yeah, make sure to check out my Discord and Twitter if you want to.